have come to find one of the best ways to learn efficiently. One of the ways that I've actually learned is that you learn by doing. When you want to learn a craft and you want to be really good, you have to start doing that particular thing in order to learn it. So I create videos, and in itself, outside this is actually equipments that have been put in place, and I'm learning how to edit. But the editing is actually coming from the doing that I'm actually practicing, right? So if you do something, you learn more. I was given a project to work on, and I needed to make a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation. But the PowerPoint presentation really needed to be good. But how did I get to making it good? When I was starting, I didn't have any ideas. But as I started and started working on it, ideas begin to flow in my mind. Then I realized that when you start something, that's when ideas actually start coming your way. But if you don't really start, you won't really learn anything. Another practical example is that when you have a torch and you're walking in a dark environment, the torch is going to only show you the limit at which it's going to go. Or in other words, it's only going to show you a certain circumference with a certain diameter, right? But the more you walk, the more you actually begin to see clearer. And that's the aspect of learning. When you want to learn something to become really good, you need to be doing it. The more you do, the more you actually make mistakes, and it shows you how you actually have to do it the right way. Mistakes are actually there to help you understand that this is not the right way to do it. You have a different way to actually do it. And that way you get to learn. So start by doing what you want to learn. Like, if you really want to be very, very good, it's time to start doing. Begin to do it. I know you might have packed some of the ideas that you've always wanted to do rather. But my advice in this video is actually to tell you that start doing. And the more you do it, the more you're actually going to figure it out. And that's just the secret. Like, if you want to be good at something, just start doing it and you become good at it. Because you begin to ask yourself questions. And the more you ask yourself questions, the more you look for answers. The more you look for answers, the more you learn. And that whole process is actually teaching you to be better. The second thing that is really, really good when it comes to learning something is teaching others. I've found out to be very true. When I learn something, I teach others. The more I teach them, the more I reinforce them in my mind. And that reinforcing will actually help me the next time I teach others, which will be very easy. But here's a secret about teaching others. When you teach others, they'll begin to ask you questions. And when they ask you questions, if you don't know the answer to those questions, you begin to research. And the more you research, the more you learn stuff. And that's the spirit. So do what you want to do, or rather, start doing what you want. And secondly, teach other people. What I'm doing now is actually teaching, right? And so I'm getting good at the aspect of teaching, the aspect of public speaking. That's the whole ideology. So if you really, really want to be good, get yourself hands-on onto something with your hands. Begin to work on it. And of course, teach others, for them to ask you questions and also to reinforce that in your mind.